morning. Happy Thursday again. So I had mentioned in the last video that all beliefs are false. This is so interesting because from the regular human's perspective that most humanity has right now, that doesn't make any sense, because there's something, a belief has to be true. Some belief has to be true. But all beliefs that have been created are false. And this is so, I know this is so difficult for people to understand. But it's true. We create these beliefs. We hold these beliefs, but the thing is, the truth is the truth. Just because you believe it doesn't make it true. The truths are already established. They've already been established since the creation of the universe. Since before we were created, the truths were already created. Just because we believe in a God doesn't mean that means that there is a God just because we believe in it. No, the truth is there is a creator, and that's quite obvious by our creation. We don't have to believe it in order for it to be true, or not believe in something for it to not be true. We don't create the truths. The truths were already created. The truths are already created. We're just either in alignment with them or we're not in alignment with them. And this is why I don't get into, the whole beliefs thing. I believe this and I believe that. I don't give a shit what you believe, to be honest. And you shouldn't care what I believe. Because when I'm living, well, I should say, as I live my life now, it's completely different than the past. Because, you hold on to different beliefs, you listen to what other people believe, and you're like, okay, I want to believe that too. And the thing is, it's like, it's almost like, here's a good example. You want to believe that your family loves you, you want to believe that you can trust your friends, but the thing is, as you live life, you recognize the truth, and you understand that what you believed oftentimes wasn't the truth. The truth is, some family members could care less about you, and some friends will lie in front of your face, to your face, and behind your back, when all along you wanted to believe that they were there to support you, and they were being honest with you. Your belief wasn't the truth, because the truth was already established. We just didn't know it, or you just didn't know it. Like, I didn't know it. I didn't know that my family, I wanted to believe, I should say this. I felt the pain from my family, but as a kid, that's what I'm talking about. As a kid, I felt the pain from the experiences, from dealing with my family. Like, you need to get off your phone. You all up in my lane. So, I felt the pain, but the truth was, they didn't care. Like, I wanted them to care. I believed that they did have my best interests at heart, but the pain was telling me a different story. The mistreatment was telling me a different story. The name calling was telling me a different story. The truth was being presented to me, but I wanted to believe something else. And the thing is, what we believe is irrelevant. We just have to find out what the truth is and live from that place. There was an incident that happened yesterday with me and a coworker, and a coworker had said, "Oh, do you remember when you say?" So I tell people, "Hey, look, do what you want to do, and you'll see what the message is or what the lesson is after you do whatever it is that you feel you need to do." Because I can see things coming before they happen in other people's lives. So I'm like, okay. And people don't see it. And so I said, you know what? Do what you need to do. You do you. And then figure it out later. Oh, Jesus Christ, lady. Figure it out later. You'll see when the outcome happens. You can't see the outcome before it happens, which means you need to take the action that you feel you need to take so you can learn the lesson from it. Because clearly you can't see it now. And so that's what I tell people. She said, do you know how you always tell me, do you, and then learn from the lesson, since you can't see it beforehand, right? So before a child knows not to touch the stove because it's hot, guess what? The child has to touch the stove and figure out that it's hot, to figure out not to touch it anymore. And that's what I tell people, about, to live their life. They ask me things, and I'm like, I see this coming. They're like, well, I don't see it. I said, then go ahead and do what you need to do until you do see it. So she said to me, do you know how you always say that? She goes, well, I created this thing, and the county loves it, and now the county wants to adopt it. And she was really proud of that. But she tried to take a dig at me. And the thing is, I can say to myself, because I work with these people, that, they really care about me because I smile in my face, but that's not the truth. The truth is most of them hate me because I expose a lot of things. Now, I don't expose it just to expose it. I expose it because there's correction that needs to be made. And anytime if you want something to be done a certain way, or a correct way, or the most efficient way, then you have to address the way that it's being done, which is the inefficient way. And so people look at that as you're nitpicking, or you're doing this, or you're doing that, and they become affected by that. But the truth is, I already know how these people feel about me. Now, does it make any sense for me to believe something else? No, it doesn't. And I already know it from the beginning. So every time they interact with me, I already know where they're coming from, because I'm holding the truth as to where they're coming from. It's not something I want to believe. A lot of people say, hey, you know what, it'll get better. Well, no, it can't get better unless they want to change. But in order to change, you have to understand that you're doing something that needs changing. And this is my whole point. It's not the beliefs that really matter. I'm trying to look at my time. The beliefs aren't the truth. You don't have to believe in something in order for it to be true. There's a lot of things that we believe that are true but have nothing to do with the truth. We just have to be in alignment with the truth. And the thing is, then it's not a belief. It's not a belief. You're just living in harmony with the truth. You're living in harmony with love. It's not a belief. And now a person who doesn't know any better will look at it as a belief because they don't understand what I'm saying. Now, some of you may understand what I'm saying, and some of you may not. You may think, oh, what the hell is he talking about? Everything is a belief. If you believe in a truth, then that's a belief. But it's not. I don't believe it's the truth. It is the truth. The only time it becomes a belief is when you're not certain that it is the truth, and you have to believe it's true in order to convince yourself that it is the truth. There's a difference. And the thing is, most people don't live their lives knowing these differences. They're subtle, but they're not subtle. They're major differences. And it impacts how you live your life, how you interact with others, how you treat others, how you view life, how you make decisions in life, how you understand the world, how you interpret it, how you convey your message to others. It affects everything, every single thing. And the thing is, once you identify what the truth is, you don't have to believe anything else because you already know what the truth is. It's like, okay, do you believe that the stove is going to burn your hand when you touch it? Or do you know that when you touch the stove when it's hot, it's going to burn your hand? Do you believe that if you don't feed a child, it will starve? Or do you know for a fact if you don't feed the child, it will starve? There is a difference between knowing and believing. And the thing is, when you know the truth and you live in harmony with the truth, there's no beliefs. And that's why I say all beliefs are false. If you have to believe something in order to get by, then it's not the truth. I used to believe that my brothers would change. I used to believe that. They're going to change. They're going to change. They're going to change. Keep helping them and they will change. Keep helping them and they will change. That's not the truth. The truth isn't if I keep helping them, they will change. I wanted to believe that. My mother wanted to believe that. But that's not the truth. The truth is they will only change, not because I'm helping, but because they want to change. That's the truth. And being that that is the truth, there's nothing I can do to change that. So whatever belief I had that was, oh, help and he'll change, help and they'll do better, help and they'll improve, was false. That was a false belief. And this is my whole point. All beliefs are false. And you don't need beliefs once you have and hold and know the truth. There's no reason, because you already know that it is. It is what it is. Water a plant, it will grow. Deprive the plant of water, it won't grow. That's not a belief. That's a truth. So anyway, that's what I wanted to say. Oh, I'm over 10 minutes. Something happened with my camera. Oh, maybe they extended it. I have a new phone. I think they extended it because they only used to go up to 10 minutes with high quality video recording. But it's like past 10 minutes. All right, everybody. I'll keep it at 10 minutes anyway. So have a wonderful Thursday. For you guys who do listen, thanks for listening. I hope that, you know, my words do help. I know it helps people because I get responses from people saying thank you, so I know it does. But for those of you who I don't hear from, you know, I'm happy to be of any assistance. If you have specific questions about anything, you can send me a message, you can comment on a video, and I'll respond to it, usually with the video, because it's the quickest way and it's the most efficient way, because you never know who else has the same question. All right, so it's almost like you asking a question is actually helping other people. All right, so take care, and I'll talk to you guys later. All right, bye now.